Hey there guys, Loy from Machedo.com, who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding. And today I just thought I'll put up a few thoughts as I was going for a walk in the forest. Many people have been asking me about life in Dubai, some tips, my experience and all that. So I just thought I'll, just share this random video. Just give you kind of a straight talk of how life is in Dubai, so that hi Hirul, how are you doing? So this is just me sharing my views and thoughts about life in Dubai, so that if you are planning to go to Dubai or you are already staying in Dubai, at least you can use these tips. Now, the first thing which I want you to understand about life in Dubai is not as glamorous as people think it is. When people are in India or Pakistan or in Thailand or Asia, and they even US and UK, when they look at Dubai, they think, wow, Dubai is this rich place and everyone's rich there, everyone's happy, everyone has big expensive cars, and so that attraction is there. Okay, even I want to have part of the action. So people go to Dubai. Now, as a tourist, it's a different thing. As a tourist, you can really enjoy, you can really have fun. But when you're talking of actually staying in Dubai, it's a very different picture. It's not like you're going to be driving a Rolls Royce or Maserati. You're going to be earning tens of thousands of dollars and you're going to be living the high life. In fact, hi Shodan, how are you doing? Ashok. So in fact, the thing about life in Dubai is when you go there, it's a very different life. So Dubai is more like a mirage. I call Dubai like a mirage. From far you look at it, it's like amazing, it's like wow. But when you get there, you realize that in Dubai there are also poor people. In Dubai there is also a middle class. There are people who are struggling. There are people who are trying to pay their bills, and it's pretty tough for them. Okay, so the first thing which I want you to understand is life in Dubai is not as glamorous as it seems. Okay, the second thing which you need to understand in Dubai is you can succumb to temptations and you can succumb to the credit problems very easily. In Dubai, there is no credit ratings. There is no way of evaluating whether you have a high credit rating or not. So you can easily get a loan. You'll get credit cards. You will get financial instruments which are offered to you very easily. So many people feel, oh, that's a good thing. At least I can take a bank loan. At least I'll buy things for my parents. But here's the problem. Once you take a loan, you have to pay it back. And in Dubai, people end up taking one credit card, then they take the next one. It never ends. And in Dubai, there's always a sale. Like for example, this brand called Pierre Cardin, it was near my house. From the past, I think 9 years, now there is a credit rating, Inderjeet Singh says, but they still give credit cards. They still give you loans. They give it very easy. And see, banks, if they don't give you loans, they'll not survive. They won't achieve their targets. So they have to give you. So you see, here's the thing. From the past, I think 10 years, down my building, there is this shop called Pierre Cardin. Pierre Cardin, which, they were going through a clearance sale, and they are going through a clearance sale from the past 10 years. It's unbelievable. A clearance sale for 10 years. And the funny thing is, they keep advertising, we are giving you at 97% discount. So it's like I bought a product for 100 dirhams. My cost price is maybe 80, but I'm selling it for 3 dirhams. Now people never ask themselves like, how is this possible? They don't use their brain. They fall for all this bullshit sales which are there. In fact, when I was working in Jitex, I worked there for 6 years. You'd not believe, we were cheating people left, right and center. We were selling them obsolete stuff like floppy drives, sound cards, memory cards, and we were telling them all kind of stories like, oh, this is the latest invention, which is just like Apple. We were giving them phones which were worth 20 dirhams, which were selling for 60 dirhams or 80 dirhams, and we are simply putting a signboard there, 200 dirhams X, this is being sold to you for 20 dirhams or 30 dirhams, and people were buying it. So please be careful of the fact that you can get cards and loans easy, and then you'll spend also very easy, and then you'll get into a trap. And the problem, if you get into a trap, you cannot escape the country, because they'll stop you at the airport. If you lose your job, you're not even allowed to exit the country. They will say, please pay the entire amount, or you'll be put in jail. So that's another thing. And I think the biggest thing what you need to think about when you go to Dubai is once you take up a job contract, people feel, okay, I got a job, okay, my life is going to start. But what people don't realize is, once you get a job, once you get employed somewhere, you will be like a slave to them. I'm not joking. See, in every contract, they give you, like, you'll work 8 hours, 5 days a week, and you'll get a salary, say 3,000 or 4,000 dirhams. But you show me one person in Dubai, other than the Arab locals, other than the Goras, the white skin, the Americans and the British, show me one person who works only 8 hours. Almost all the Asians, which form the majority, all the Asians, they work more than 12 hours, 14 hours. Some of them even work, I think, 16 hours. They don't work, nobody works 5 days a week. You end up working 6 days a week. My friend right now is working 7 days a week. And, you can't argue with the management. They will tell you, I'm sorry you didn't achieve your targets. The market is down. We need to buck up, or we need to, you can leave the company. So what do? You have to work. You can't question the management. So when you sign up with the employer, remember this much, that what you sign on the labor contract in Arabic, what is written in Arabic, actually has value in the court of law, not what you sign on the company letterhead. The second thing is, nobody works for 8 hours. Everyone works for 10 hours to 12 hours. Nobody works 5 days a week. Everyone's working like 6 days a week or 7 days a week. And you also need to keep this in mind, is you're a slave in the company. You're not an employee, you're a slave. Because they follow this practice which is illegal in Dubai. It's illegal all over the world. They take your passport. They take your passport so that you cannot leave the country, you cannot travel anywhere, you can't do anything. Except there are some multinationals that allow you to keep the passport. But majority of them keep your passport away from you, so you can't travel. And that is why so many people are stuck. And then, these companies also give you bullshit like, once you join the company, we will evaluate your performance. After 2-3 months, we'll give you a salary increment. There'll be a review and all that bullshit they'll give. Don't fall for it, because I've not met anyone who has got a promotion within 3 months, who has got a salary increment in 3 months. That's all crap. They'll keep telling you, okay, we will give you once we review your policy, once the owner comes back, end of the year. They'll keep giving all these stories. So people fall for it, And here's another thing. If you join a company, you cannot leave the company unless your contract is up. So if you signed up for 3 years, when they want you to join, they'll be very nice. But after you join, when you sign the dotted line, you can't leave until the 3 years. And if you try to leave, they will tell you need to reimburse the company back all its money, or they'll really give you a lot of problems. And last if not the least, I think the biggest problem of getting a job in Dubai is you can lose a job. There's no job security. And why that is a risky thing is, let's say for example, you're back home in your country, you're in London, or you're in Sri Lanka, you're in India or US. If you lost your job, you can go sit in the house and take 1 week off and say to yourself, okay, I want to reflect on my life, and I just want to sit back and just relax for some time. But in Dubai, in any Middle East country, if you lose your job, you have to leave the country within 30 days, or you have to get another job. And because of this, I'll tell you, people, what fear they live with. Just imagine, you bought your wife, you bought your kid, you bought your mother, you bought your father from India, from Pakistan, from Sri Lanka, and they are staying with you. Okay, they are staying with you, and they are all on your visa. And one fine day, the boss comes and tells you, listen, I'm not happy with your performance. If you're not happy, we'll terminate you, we'll cancel your visa. I mean, what do you do, man? Yeah, you're going to tell him, yeah, okay, cancel my visa. Then your children's education will get spoiled. Their 1 year will get spoiled because no school will take them. You have to relocate with your wife, your mother and father. You have to pack all your bags. You have to close your house. You have to sell those things. It's a disaster. And that is why people, when they know they're going to lose their job, they go, I'm telling you, they go begging. They literally beg. And employers know that if you don't have a job, you can't negotiate. So they will squeeze your balls, man. It's like if you're worth 10,000 dirhams. I know people who are worth 10,000 dirhams, but because they needed a job, they needed a visa, they agreed even for 4,000 dirhams. And one of the reasons for this is because they had credit cards, they couldn't exit the country, they had loans, and their visa was expiring. So this is another thing you really need to keep in your mind when you're going to any Middle East country. It might sound too good to be true, but there is a dark side to it which nobody talks about. And if you're in Dubai, you can't talk about this. If you're in Saudi, if you're in Bahrain, you're Qatar, you can't talk about it, because if you talk about it, you'll get in deep trouble. Then another thing you need to keep about if you're in the Middle East is the medical industry. The medical industry you're talking about. Baby, just go bring my charger and wire, please. Yeah, sorry, battery was a little low. Yeah, okay. The part which I was saying is the medical industry is no, you take that. One thing you'll notice in UAE is you see this in the news. Don't have to believe me. You'll see news like this Filipino couple whose baby was needed surgery ended up with a bill of 1 million dirhams. They earn a total salary of 4,000. They earn a total salary of, let's say, 14,000 dirhams, but their bill is come to 1 million dirhams. Hi, Richard. Richard has joined. So how is this possible? What people don't understand or they don't think about is, in Dubai, everything is a business. Even the doctors are there for business. My friend who was working for a hospital, he used to tell me stories of what used to happen when the director of the hospital and all the doctors used to come and sit around. They were actually given instructions. You have to give a minimum of 3 tests or 5 tests. You have to charge people this much amount of money, give them only this brand of medicine, and always recommend them to get an operation. I mean, that is what they were discussing. In fact, they have even had surgeries with a doctor. The right doctor was not there. So since the right doctor was not there, this other doctor who had some experience somewhere, he did the operation on the person, even though he was not qualified to. So these things happen, and I'm giving you real life examples. I'm not giving a story out of thin air. I'm telling you real life stuff from people who I trust. Then you also have this where, you will always notice this in Dubai, in the Middle East. I'm just using Dubai, but the whole Middle East. They do not have birth deliveries by ladies the normal way. Because the normal way is 8,000 dirhams. If you have a cesarean, it's 25,000 dirhams. So what do you think a doctor would recommend, especially when he has to achieve his targets? So the whole medical industry is a business. They are just looking to charge you more. And if you fall sick in the Middle East, especially Dubai, you can say that you'll end up spending maybe 10 years savings just to pay for the bills. Then another thing which nobody tells you about when you go to Dubai is the rent. Okay, almost 60 to 70% of your income will go for rents. You're talking about, I'll give you a small example how rents are not regulated, and it's going crazy. I mean, my rent, which 30 years ago, a single bedroom was like 800 dirhams. Today, a single bedroom is anywhere from 28,000 dirhams to an area that is rubbish to even up to 45,000 dirhams just for a single bedroom. So I'll give you an example of mine. When I was staying in Sharjah, okay, the rent for a single bedroom started at 21,000. After Expo 2020 was announced, they increased to 28,000. Then it increased to 33,000, 35,000, 37, 40, 41, 45, and now it's around 51,000. A single bedroom. So this is what people are charging. Now, just think about it that you have to spend so much of your money just to pay rent. So that really doesn't make sense. And it's not just rent for accommodation. You're talking about rent for businesses. And if you try to bargain or if you try to argue with the landlord, he'll just tell you, pack your things and leave. Just give me a second. Let me just put this cable. 1 second. So rent is another killer, man. Sorry. So you need to keep in mind that when you are negotiating a salary, in fact, yesterday one guy, Indian guy, told me, sir, I want to talk to you. I said, go ahead and talk. And he told me that he got this job offer from Abu Dhabi. And initially he thought that he got the dream job of a lifetime. He was told that this is an amazing opportunity of a lifetime, and he was very happy. So after he got the job, he realized that his rent was almost eating into 70% of his income. And he realized that that was a massive liability for him. So please keep in mind that your rents are a major killer. Another thing which you need to keep in mind is there is no personal life in Dubai. There's no personal life. Like my friend, he gets up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He goes to work by 6. He has to leave. Others, he gets traffic. He reaches his company at around 7 o'clock. And, he leaves his house by 6. Almost 1.5 to 2 hours in traffic. 8 o'clock his office starts. From 8 all the way to almost 7 to 8 in the evening, he's working. And then by the time he reaches home, it's 9 o'clock night. And then he says, I'm so tired, Loy, that I don't even get energy to, play with my son. So, that is going to be your life in Dubai. You're going to be working non-stop. You'll never have time. You'll be so exhausted by the time you finish work. You just want to go home and sleep. And then once a week when you get your day off, you just want to stay at home, man. You don't want to do anything else. So just keep this in mind. The other thing which you need to keep in mind if you're going to Dubai, UAE, is the traffic. The traffic is a real killer. It is going to drive you nuts. On an average, a person spends 2 to 4 hours. 2 hours to 4 hours only in traffic. And if that was not crazy enough, you also have problems like parking spaces. You can never find a parking spot. You'll always be going pillar to post. It's crazy. It drives you mad. And I'll tell you, traffic really drains your energy. If for anyone who works in Dubai will know this, you sit in your car and you drive and you get traffic for 2 hours or 4 hours a day. You're sitting in your car. You'll go mad. Then the other thing which you need to keep in mind in terms of Dubai is the lack of amenities. You hardly have any place where you can enjoy with your family. It's so hot. You can't go out during the daytime. The only places you can go is shopping malls. And in shopping malls, you get the same thing. Everyone's selling something or another. So you'll go crazy in shopping malls. And you'll end up spending, even if you have to go for a decent movie, you have to spend at least $100. The popcorn and everything else. So everything is money, man. And there's no life over there. And for children especially, if you look at the way children are being brought up, it's a very bad environment for them. Children don't have any life over there of their own, Most of the children born and raised in Dubai, UAE, think life is, putting $1, getting a can of Coke or getting a Pepsi. They think life is very easy. They can't survive anywhere else in the world. And in fact, some of their educational, qualifications that they have, nobody recognizes and nobody wants to employ them. Then, the only other thing which I want you to keep in mind if you're going to Dubai is keep this in mind that if you invest in any property, or stuff like, it'll always go to waste. Don't invest in any flat. Don't buy any flat. Like, you don't have to believe me, just Google and search Ajman. The people who spent millions and bought those apartments in Ajman, they caught fire, they lost all their money. And the best part is, even after their flats were burned down, they still have to pay the developer for a house that is not there. So you have to, most of the people who invested in all these Falcon City or Underground City, Underwater City, or these towers, most of those projects are not completed and people have lost all their money. They don't know who to contact, they don't know who to ask. So be careful of investments. Keep this much in mind. You cannot fight with an Arab local because the Arab locals are superior to you. UAE is their country, it's not your country. And if a local were to complain against you, you're guilty until you prove with evidence that you're not guilty. But for an Arab local, you can Google this and search this on YouTube. This boy who recorded an Arab local hitting a driver, because he put it up on YouTube, he was jailed and he was fined. An Sri Lankan boy with American passport, he put a parody of just a rap song calling the gangs of Satwa. He was jailed in a federal prison just for a parody. So please be careful about this. Never get into a fight with an Arab local. Never get into an argument. They are supported by the government strictly. And also keep in mind there is corporate racism. Okay, if you have a white skin over there, he will always get paid much more than Indian passport holder, Pakistani passport holder. They have different slabs. In fact, they have a different HR exclusively for Arab locals. So the difference between Asian's salary and a white skin salary, an American, for the same job position, same job. If an Indian is paid 8,000, an American will be paid like 28,000 or 30,000. Arab local will be paid 38 to 40,000. Same job, same everything. Okay, so it's not very uncommon to see that an Indian manager driving a Toyota while a local trainee intern driving a Mercedes C-Class. So I've seen that it's very common. You can't help it. So keep that in mind. Also, I told you, your passport will not be with you. Your passport will be going. And see, most important thing of all, guys, is what I want to tell you is this is, the racism that there is. It is very rampant in the Middle East because they believe white skin, they are superior to Asians. And the funny thing is, our Asians are the ones who have encouraged this. Only our Indians are the ones who say, sir, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. You'll never get to hear a British or American guy call an Indian guy, sir. Have you anytime heard an American guy call Indian, sir, sir? No, it's only Indians who call, sir, sir, yes, sir. Only an Indian will say, sir, discount. Okay, sir, I will work for half salary. An American will never do that, And the problem is these Indians and Filipinos and all that. So you want me to work? I'll work on an off day, sir. No problem. I'll work on an off day. I'll work every day, sir, to prove myself to you. American will never do that. You think a local will do that? Are you crazy? Do you think an Arab local will say, I will work 7 days a week. I'll work every day. I'll work harder than the Indians. No. You'll only see, this is the thing. Find any Arab local who's cleaning fish. Find me any Arab local, British or American, who's cleaning fish, who's cleaning the streets, who's a plumber, who is a sweeper. You'll never find an Arab local. You'll never find an American. You'll never find British. You'll never find a white skin being a cleaner, being a sweeper, being a plumber, being an electrician, being any low-level jobs. Only Indians. Only Indians, Pakistanis, Sri Lankans. Okay? Never local. Never ever local. Why? And then you always have locals, because of the support that the government is giving them, their nose is up there. That is why you'll see an Arab local, he will drive his four-wheel drive, he'll park it near a restaurant and say, chai lao. You'll always see, Indian, yes sir. I would like to see the day when an Indian sits in the car and tells an Arab local, chai lao. What? See, the problem is, this is the mentality, and you have allowed it to happen. That is why these people are doing this. The problem is, we don't have any support from the Indian government. You don't have any support from the Pakistani or the Bangladeshi government, Sri Lankan government. That's why they are doing all this, And see, keep in mind, finally, end of the day, that is a Muslim country. They follow a Sharia law. Okay? So if you're a woman and you actually get raped, don't believe me. You don't have to believe me. Just Google raped woman sentenced to jail. This is a fact. If an Arab man, a Muslim man, rapes a woman, the woman who's raped will be put in jail for enticing the man, as per Sharia law. And you can't help this. This is the law. So what I'm trying to tell you is keep these pointers in mind when you're going to Dubai, Middle East. Yes, Dubai is the biggest, tallest building, most expensive car, and you'll earn tax-free. Now it's no more tax-free. Now it's 5%. Even though they say it's 5%, it's much more than 5%. You're paying Salik, which is road toll. You're paying, which really, if you keep driving, you'll have to pay up to $100 a day. Parking fees you'll have to pay, fines you'll have to pay, you'll have to pay extra registration charges. There'll be a cop standing near the bridge secretly without you knowing, just busy writing all the number plates of every car. You don't know if your car will get a fine. My friend, who's one of the safest drivers, got 800 dirham fine. Apparently he changed the lane in the wrong way. How do you even fucking remember which lane did you change? And who can you question? You can't question. See, keep this in mind, guys. There's no magic solution. There's no bubble. There is no country that is waiting for you with open arms to solve all your problems in life. If you're thinking that going to the Middle East is so better than India, you're mistaken. You're a slave. You're a second-class citizen in a country that does not offer you citizenship, that does not consider you equal to the superior nationalities like the Brits, the locals. You're considered a low-level nationality. You're considered like the scum, You'll be charged money. If you're given credit cards for free, they'll make sure they'll suck your blood dry. If you think that, I'm living an expensive life, you will be paying for it. Your children will not have a good school to go to. In fact, most of the teachers are paid 800 dirhams to 1,200 dirhams. That's the school teacher's fees, while you will be paying 3,000 or 4,000 as your school fees. So your children are studying under people who are not fit enough to, who are not even paid as much as a sweeper. You go to a hospital, you do not know whether the doctor will give you the right medicine or make you more sick so that he can make more money. Your employer is not there to take care of you. You can't go to the government and sue the Arab local guy who can be your boss. Your passport is not in your hand. You can't control the expenses. Your rents they'll keep shooting up. And UAE is plain speculation. One day they'll say, you get 99 years citizenship or lease or whatever, pay 1 million, and you sign the dotted line, and they say, we'll never increase your rents. And all of a sudden they will say, okay, this municipal charges, these upkeeping charges and all these charges. And end of the day, you're suffering. See, I'll tell you, speak to somebody who lives in UAE. Don't fall for all the internet sensation, all these big pictures of the guy drives a Lamborghini, the guy drives a Rolls Royce, the tallest building, wow, look at Burj Al Arab, wow. I mean, what's gone wrong with you guys? In fact, I feel people are so stupid who spend 1,000, 2,000 or 3,000 just to watch firecrackers. Why? You have never seen firecrackers in your life? If you're dying to see firecrackers, just watch YouTube. Now you can see firecrackers for free. See, guys, end of the day, you're in Dubai to make money. Okay? You're in Dubai to make money. Wherever you go, end of the day, you need to make money. And if you're not making money, you're wasting your time and your life. Why did I leave UAE? Am I stupid? I left UAE because I knew for a fact this VAT they're saying it's 5%. It's not 5%. The VAT is much more than that. If you calculate, notice your expenses. You're earning, you're saving so much less. It's become pointless to even stay in UAE. People are running away. People are cheating. They are involved in fraud. So many things are happening. But they'll not mention this in the news because, the media is regulated by the government. So they'll only tell, the good stuff. If I was running a company, I would make sure everyone's talking good about me. Nobody's talking bad. So please keep this in mind if you're going to Dubai to start a new life. Dubai has offered me an exceptional salary. They're not dumb. They have done enough and more research to know what is the salary they should be offering. And if you got a salary that's too good to be true, chances are you are being tricked somewhere. And, last if not the least, for those idiots who have these resumes, if you copy paste someone's bloody sentence, I'm looking to climb the top of the ladder, I'm a team player, I'm dynamic, and all these bullshit words, if you put on your CV, who the hell is going to be impressed, man? Who you're fooling? Just by copy pasting. It's like I see Arnold Schwarzenegger as a bodybuilder, and in order to get a body like that, I say, okay, Arnold is doing 10 reps for his bicep, 20 reps for his legs, 30 reps for the abdominals. Finish. You'll get a body like Arnold. That's what he wanted you to believe. He never told you about steroids. He never told you about the politics. He never told you about how he cheated people in order to win. They'll only tell you the good side. So the same thing with the, Dubai. They'll only tell you the good, amazing side. Wow. And fools like you fall for it. So please get in touch with a professional who can guide you. Stop believing in all these dreams of, Dubai is going to solve your problems. Remember this much. Dubai is not created for your benefit. Dubai is making sure that if you come there, they will ensure that each and every drop of your blood is squeezed out so that country can grow. And right now, given the VAT, which is 5%, I'll tell you, more and more people are running away from the country. More and more people are finding it hard to live in UAE. UAE is becoming very tough. I don't think UAE is becoming easy. And unless you have a strategy, you will not survive in UAE. You will just not survive. I left UAE before the tax, before all these problems took place. And I was finding it hard to survive in UAE. I don't know how you guys are surviving. And as far as the people I've spoken to in UAE, all of them, without a doubt, all of them are saying that, Dubai is becoming very tough. So my request to you is, if you are staying in UAE, just have a strategy. Don't stay in UAE if you're saving less than 40 or 50% of your income. If you're not saving even 40 or 50% of your income, you're wasting your time. Because one day UAE will throw you out. One day UAE will tell you, fuck off, listen, I can't give you another visa, I can't give you another employment contract. I'm sorry, leave. For your salary, they'll get maybe 10 new cheap guys from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka. What you'll do? Then you'll have to either take a small salary somewhere else or you'll have to leave UAE. And once you leave UAE, you go back to your own country. The people will say, why you come here? You're an NRI, not required Indian. Why did you come back? Nobody knows you. When you're old, nobody wants you. So please keep this in mind. Dubai is not created for your benefit. I'm not trying to discourage you from going to Dubai. Go to Dubai. But go to Dubai being careful, because there are lots of people who are going to Dubai with these big dreams, who are expecting their life to change forever. But in the end, they are regretting. So be careful about taking credit cards. Be careful about taking a bank loan. Be careful if your job contract is too good to be true, means there is something funny there. Keep in mind that a local is always superior to you. You're a second-class citizen. You cannot take your employer to court. Keep in mind that if you are going to UAE, Dubai, that they will say 8 hours in your contract, 8 hours of work. Nobody works for 8 hours. Everyone is working 12 to 16 hours a day. Okay? Keep this in mind. You'll be made to work not 5 days a week. You'll be made to work 6 days a week or maybe 7 days a week. You'll be made to work 10 hours to 12 hours. Traffic will take away maybe 4 hours of your life every single day. And the climate is incredibly hot. You cannot go anywhere out except shopping malls. And you go to shopping malls, you'll end up spending. They will give you fake sales. They will tell you 50% off, like Pierre Cardin, 99% off, clearance sale. They'll have a clearance sale from the past 20 years. Nothing is being cleared. Then if you're a woman and a Muslim guy rapes you, they will follow Sharia law. And then you being a woman, you'll be jailed. Don't believe me. Just Google this. You'll find out. If you take a photograph of a local without his written consent, you are jailed because he's a local. Remember, locals, they're supported by the government. Hats off to the government for supporting them. And if you're working somewhere, your passport will be taken from you. You can't travel anywhere. So please keep these in mind. Just understand this. I'm not trying to badmouth UAE. This is the reality that nobody talks. And now I can talk because I'm no longer in UAE. But if I was in UAE and I'd say this, I think I'd be jailed. So right now, because of the VAT, it's not 5%. The VAT is killing people. You have 5% on every single thing. You have a Salik where you have to pay more than $100 every single day, going up and down, 6-7 places Salik. You have parking, which is costing you a fortune. You have, expenses from your electricity, water. Everyone's charging you much more. I don't know what you're saving. So it's not 5%. You're not saving anything. And last, if not the least, if you're not saving 50% of your income, you are making a major mistake. So please keep this in mind that UAE is not a paradise. UAE is a very tough place. please keep in mind that if you're in India or you're in Pakistan or Sri Lanka, don't think, wow, UAE is paying me a big salary. Wow, I'm going to be rich. Nobody's going to be rich. UAE is by far the most competitive country in the world. Okay. Sultan says, if you're saying all this, you come back to Dubai, you're going to get in trouble outside. I'm not going to come back to Dubai. You look at my face, man. I'm tattooed. I'm not going to come back to Dubai. Are you crazy? Finished. The day I decided to leave Dubai, it was not coming back. No way. I'm not going to come back. See, here's the thing. Why would I come back? For what? I mean, for what? For what? Seeing a skyscraper, seeing a shopping mall, spending money for no reason. I mean, everyone in Dubai is dying to make a living, to pay their expense. Everyone's having a tough time. Nobody's having a good time. I'm not. You're asking me if I were to come. I'm not going to come back at all. At all. That's about it. Finished. Because the opportunities. I'm not going to join a corporate world. Nobody's going to employ me. Nobody can give me a visa. I can't work as a freelancer. So I'm telling you honestly, guys. It's not be bad mouthing UAE. You don't have to believe me. Just speak to the people who are earning. There is racism. Why do you think they advertise UK US educated? What is UK US educated? What is UK US educated? Is it superior to Pakistani education, Indian education, or what? They just want a white skin. They want a white skin. Why? Because white skin they feel is superior. Okay? So, James is saying Dubai has been great for them. Great. You made your millions. I'm happy for you, man. Not everyone is as lucky as you to become a millionaire. I mean, the majority of the working class, I don't know who has made millions apart from you. So, if you're achieving millions, great. But here's the question. One day when you leave, what will you do? At the age of 60, they will not give you a visa. Then you will have to, earn by yourself. You'll have to start all over. I came to Thailand. I had to start all over from scratch. If I went to India, all over from scratch. So, here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing. My parents stayed there for literally, I think, 40, 50 years. My parents stayed there. When they were earning good money, when times were good, they were making big money. They were really making big money. But when the bad times hit, and it will hit, they lost everything. You can survive a bad incident at the age of 20, at the age of 30. At the age of 40, maybe. But if you have a bad moment at the age of 50, at the age of 60, that too in a foreign country, what will you do? Where will you go? How will you start? Dubai doesn't offer any retirement benefit for expatriates. Doesn't have any old age home, doesn't have any free education for children. So here's the thing. So I don't know, guys, if you want to stay in Dubai, please go ahead. If you're successful, I'm very happy for you. If you're making your millions like James is, great, that's superb. Continue making your millions. But I'm speaking on behalf of those 80% of people who are having a tough time, of the businesses that have shut down, or the people who have lost their jobs, or people who are really worried about their future. I'm speaking about those people. And I'm telling you this, that, Dubai is not what it used to be. Those days are gone. Today, Dubai, for all the projects that it created too many projects. It believed in its own hype. The Palm Island 1, 2, 3, World Central, Maktoum Airport, Falcon City, Dubai International District or Dubai District, and so many projects. They have spread themselves too thin. They don't have the money. Today, the only way they can make money is by charging you. Okay? That's a fact. That's a fact. So, but they want to keep up that image. That is why. Why do you think they started the VAT? Why do you think they started VAT? Is it to provide better services? No, it is. We don't have money. We need your money. So, anyway, this is my opinion. Maybe your opinion can be different. Maybe you guys are earning millions. I wish you all the best. But I just thought we should know this. You should know this, and please be careful. I wish you all the best. As far as I see only inflation going up. Your salaries are going to remain stagnant. Businesses are losing money. They're going to, cut down on their expense. And if you do lose your job, and you don't have a job in hand, you don't have a visa, you cannot bargain with the employer, because the employer will say, I'm sorry, market's tight. If you really want to know whether you are a professional in demand, float your CVs outside. Just float your CVs and see how many job offers you're getting. And if someone says, I'm giving a job offer, take it in writing. Don't take it verbally. And that will give you the reality of what life in Dubai is. Please don't spend money. Please don't waste money. Please don't spend, especially on the credit cards. Don't fall for these offers. Don't go for these sales. Don't go for the 0% pay now, pay after 6 months. And go to a country that at least gives you a citizenship. Otherwise, you'll be in no man's land. My parents lost everything that they had. Today, they are living on other people's mercy. And that's because they believed in the hype of Dubai. They made a lot of money and they lost everything. So you might say, oh, I'll be careful and all that. When your day comes, you will not know what's going to happen. So I just shared this video with all of you. I'm speaking from the heart, no hatred towards anyone. But yeah, I'll tell you this, you're never going to be equal to a local. That's why locals always wear their white thing, their nose is up there. That's why do you think when a local goes to London, he doesn't dress up in his local dress, he wears a western dress. They look like Bangladeshis when they go abroad, because they want to be quiet and humble. But when they come to Dubai, oh, local, I am local, they'll shout like this. You can't, if you're Indian or Pakistan, I'm Indian. Who the hell will give a damn here? Come on. So anyway, guys, this is what I wanted to tell you. Take care. Dubai is no longer what it used to be. And if you're dealing with any company, if you're dealing with any government agency, either take money 100% in advance or immediately. Don't go for a PDC. Don't go, because even government agencies, if suppose they, people to get a really prestigious job like Burj Al Arab. Okay, I got the Burj Al Arab contracting, where you can make 50% or 40% margins on other jobs. To get a prestigious job to show off, you'll say, okay, I'll give you maximum, give me a 10% margin. On the day that they make you sign the contract, they'll come down to 2% or 1% or cost price, and then they'll give you a PDC. First they'll give you a PDC for 3 months, then they'll give you, when you go for 3 months, they'll make it 6 months. After that, they'll give you for 2 years. Finally, they'll say, we'll pay you the cash, but you need to give us 50% discounting on the check. I mean, what, you're going to take this big local guy or this government agency to the court? I'm going to take them to court and say, now you pay, we need to jail this government agency. They'll tell you, bugger off, man. Yeah, you will be on the losing end. And I know my friends who have supplied and who have lost all their money. Okay, so this is the reality. If you want to believe, you can believe. You want to share, you can share. You want to tell other people to watch this video, let them watch. I just thought I'll be very honest with you. And guys who are looking out for jobs, please stop being fucking idiots, going there on visit visas, tourist visas, copy pasting fucking CVs. I am 18 years experience, 20 years experience. I'm good at budgeting, logistics, finance. I know Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint. I'm a team player. I'm dynamic. All this shit. Stop cherry picking other people's CV and thinking it's like me looking at someone else's photograph, putting Arnold's face, Mel Gibson's shoulders, and Chris Hemsworth's legs on my body. It doesn't make me a superstar, man. Have a strategy in mind. Have some common sense. Go to a fucking professional. Stop being fucking conjuice. Can you give me discount, sir? Discount, sir. Please, sir. Free, please, sir. Go fuck yourself. That's why you're dying on the streets. That's why you don't have a fucking job. That's why you get paid fucking peanuts. Okay? And stop calling people sir. You'll never hear a Gora skin, a British or American guy call sir to an Indian. Only an Indian, Pakistan and Filipino. Sir, no sir, yes sir, please sir, good morning sir. Show me a local, show me an Arab local, show me a British, show me an American who calls an Indian, who calls a Pakistani, who calls a African poor man sir. It's only our Indians, only our Pakistani, only Sri Lankans, only these Filipinos. Stop doing that. Have some self-respect first, okay? Loy from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Speaking his mind off. I hope this gave you some common sense in your head. If you have children, get away from Dubai, because your children are going to get third class education. They are not going to know the realities of life. They're going to be having a passport of another country, staying in another country and not knowing what is their own country. Go to a country that gives you citizenship. You'll waste your fucking life. You'll be treated like shit, and in the end you lose everything. This is me, Loy from Machedo.com, who's Loy Machedo in Think Personal Branding, saying goodbye for now. And if you want my advice, don't fucking send me an email. Can you help me for free? I'm poor. Go to some fucking Anath Ashram or charity organization and ask them for fucking free. I'm not going to fucking give anyone for free. He's saying it's more of a cultural thing. It's retarded and embarrassing. Yes, of course. That's what it is, man. Anyway, guys, this is me, Loy Machedo, saying goodbye for now. Any questions, let me know. My contact details, you can just Google. You'll get everything. Okay? Take care. Bye.